So today we're going to make Fizzy rocket science, and we're going to make some rocket ships that are actually going to blast off. So the first things that we need are a couple pieces of construction paper. Which color did you choose, Caleb?
Blue and green.
Blue and green. I've got some purple and yellow here. We've got a couple bowls that we're going to need to make our cones for the top of our rocket. We also need a set of scissors, a pencil. I'm going to need some water, a film canister, which we don't really have film canisters anymore, but you can order these online, and antacids, which are some medicine that adults would use to calm their tummies. So if you don't have any antacids, ask a parent. This is something that you should do with a parent, no, regardless, or an adult. Right, Caleb? All right, because safety first, right, man? High five. Okay, so safety first. That's why we've got the safety goggles. So the first thing that we're going to do, and also the hot glue gun, is we are going to create our rocket ship. So Caleb, go ahead and grab your bowl and decide what color you want the top of your rocket ship to be, the cone. Is it going to be your blue or your green? I'm going to make mine my yellow one. So I'm going to put my bowl there, and I'm going to trace around my bowl with my pencil. Got it, buddy? Good work. And then when I'm done, I'm going to take my scissors and just cut my circle out. Why don't you go ahead and cut your circle out? So rockets fly into the sky because of pressure. So inside a chamber, pressure builds up, which just means that there's a bunch of little particles and molecules that are in there that are moving all around. And they start to move around faster and faster and take up more and more space, and they push. And eventually they will need to escape. So the pressure builds up until the container can't handle it anymore, and it blows out the air out of one end. Now, rocket ships use heat to create enough pressure to launch, but we're not going to be using heat. We're just going to be using these antacids, which make some bubbles, which will add extra air into our chamber, which we'll create with our canisters. So once you have your circle, what we're going to do is we are going to cut. Well, first we'll fold it in half because that'll make it easier to find out where the center is. Fold it in half, and then fold it in half one more time, just so you know where the middle is. Got it? Nice work. And then we're just going to cut out one of our triangles. Got it? Nice work, bud. And to make the cone, or the top of our rocket, we just fold our cone, or fold our 3/4 of a circle there into a triangle like this, and then just add a little bit of tape. Oh, this piece. So this one, I'll create a big one if you just get it over and over. You want to put the tape on it? Okay. Here's a piece of tape for you, bud. Nice work. Okay. Now the next step. Oh, you got it? Awesome. High five. I like the high fives. Okay. The next step is that we're going to take our canister. So you have your canister right here. And we're going to take our other color of paper, and we are going to roll. You can either roll it the long ways or the short ways. It's really just up to you. So we are going to roll our canister around it, just so that the bottom, the open bottom, will still hang out. Ooh. And we drop the lid to our canister, and that's okay because we can always pick those things up, right? All right, so make sure that the open part is facing down. You got it? Good job. And you know what? I find it easier to tape my rocket, here, my paper. So this is gonna be my rocket. directly to my canister like this, and then roll, because then I don't have to worry about it falling out. Whoa, it's a big piece of tape. That'll work really well. And I'm going to grab some tape too and just tape my rocket down here. And then I'm going to tape it again up here. So I've got my tape on here. Kayla, you're doing a great job. One thing, bud, when you do it, where'd your canister go? Did it fall out?
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. All right. Well, we'll just stick that right back in there like so. You know what? If you just put a little tape on here, see, it's okay if it falls out. You can just put a little bit of tape around the bottom here.
That's too much.
That's too much. You can do up there. That'll work. Good job. Because we can just tape it directly to our canister too on the bottom. And just have that little bit sneak out, which will be perfect. All right, you want to do the other side too? Great job. Okay, so now that we have our chamber for our rocket, we're going to have to add our cones to the top. So to do this, we're going to use our glue gun. We're going to add glue all around the top. And then we're going to stick our cone on the top. You got it? Be careful not to burn yourself. Ask a parent for help or a trusted adult, because we also want to be safe. Awesome. Great work. All right, Caleb. That's going to be a cool rocket ship. All right, and then the last thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to cut 4 triangles out of the rest of our paper that we used for our cone, and use that for our fins for our rocket ship. So I'm going to cut them by folding my paper a little bit and then folding it again. That'll work. Yep, because they can be any size. This is really just up to you. And then I'm going to cut a triangle down like this, and then cut them in half.
How did you do that?
How did I do that? Okay. Yeah, that'll work. So if you just cut a line right from here down to here, Caleb, you'll end up with a couple triangles there, and then you just have to cut along the fold to make your triangles into their own pieces. So once you have those 4 triangles, I'm gonna grab the glue gun. Just gonna put a line on my rocket and put my fin on there. Oh, you want to do it too? Let me put this one on. Your turn. And we just go all the way around with all of our fins so that we have our rocket. Oop. Running low on hot glue, it seems. All right. Let me know if you need me to help you squeeze a little bit more glue out. Oh, ready? And my glue melted, so that's not good. Oh, almost put my fin on the wrong way. All right, and you can be creative. You can decorate your rocket ship in a lot of different ways. I'm just gonna grab another glue stick. All right, you wanna put the other ones on? Can I put a line on for you and then you can just put them on? There you go, buddy. All right, this is gonna be a cool rocket ship. I'm excited for this. All right, got it? We're gonna add one to this side. There you go. Cool. All right. Oh, was it upside down? That's okay. So you can go ahead and be creative with this. Add stickers. You could add weight. See if that changes how the rocket flies. But don't weight it down too much because we're not going to create too much propulsion with our Alka-Seltzer rocket ship here. So after you do that, we have our rocket ships. Nice rocket ship, Caleb. High five again. Oh yeah. All right. The next thing that we're going to need to do is we are going to add our little antacid tablet. And what we're going to do that is we are going to break it into 4 pieces, or in this case, a few pieces. And we are going to use the hot glue gun to attach.
I'm gonna eat it.
Don't eat that.
I'm gonna put it in here.
Not yet. So we're actually going to take the glue and we are going to put it on the inside of our, whoops. So I put glue inside the middle of my lid to my film canister here. And I am just going to take my antacid and I'm going to glue a little stack of them up here on the lid. So you can go ahead and go do that too. Or you could just put even a quarter of it, but you can experiment with how much of the antacid might change how the rocket flies or how high it flies. You're gonna do a ton. Just make sure that it can close. All right, so with that, we have one last step. We're gonna go and fly these rockets. So you can fly them inside. You're not gonna end up with too much of a mess. Just as much water and antacid as can fill the film canister, so it doesn't make that big of a spill. If you can go outside, I recommend taking it outside because that's a mess that you don't have to clean up. Otherwise, you're always welcome to put down like a plastic tablecloth or some newspaper or something on the ground to be able to clean up some of that mess. And as always, safety first. So I'm going to ask Caleb to wear safety goggles when we fly these. So we'll be back in just a minute to fly these rocket ships. So now we're going to launch my rocket. So Caleb, go ahead and pour some water in there. Good work. Oop. That looks like a good amount. So then next we're going to put my lid on really, really, really tight. We want to make sure that it's nice and sealed so that we can get a lot of pressure building up on the inside of our chamber, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, does that look sealed? All right, and now we flip it over and wait. All right, 3, whoa, and there it goes. We made a rocket. High five, man.